we're back. So this time around, I'm gonna show you how to solve for the surface area and volume of this figure again. But if you see in our previous video, I have already shown you how to solve for the value of x and to solve for the rectangular prism. At least you already have all the answers for the rectangular prism. Now what we're gonna do now is the pyramid. Alright, so let's begin. For the pyramid, ganito kasi yung nangyari. Diba, remember what you call this for the pyramid? We know that this is the pyramid that we're gonna solve for the surface area and volume for. So for the surface area of the pyramid, we know that we're supposed to get 5 faces. So let's solve for the surface area first. For the surface area of the pyramid, ganito yun yung nangyari. Okay? For phase 1, that's the base. Diba, remember the base? You already know it's the product of the two numbers. 206 and 85. So ito yun. This is 206. This is 85. So yan, that is the same, just like what you got. Pero remember, you got 4 triangles. But we need to get the triangles first. We need to get the measure of the slant height. But how do we do that? That's when Pythagorean theorem comes in handy. So ganito yung Pythagorean theorem namin. Okay, I hope you can see the formula clearly now because I have to zoom it in pala. That's why. Okay? So here's the Pythagorean theorem. So we know that the base, di ba, remember ito yung base namin, di ba? So if I were to look at the pyramid, it looks like this. So we start off with the 10x plus 6 inches, which is this one. So to play the Pythagorean theorem, you know it's the, what you call this, the right triangle criteria. So this the base and this the height. Remember the height, it's supposed to be 132 inches. But because the 3x plus 4 inches is the height from this part up to this part, we need to just get the height of the pyramid only. So that's why what we did was, ito yun. AP102 minus AP101. You want to know where... Okay, so yun yung ginawa ko. Remember, x minus 9 feet, that's 132 inches. And then minus 3x plus 4 inches to give you the height of the pyramid. So that's how we got the height of 68. I need to zoom in first so that you guys can see. Yeah, so that's how we got 68. Then we apply Pythagorean theorem rule. Remember, we squared this formula here. We square it and you should get 10,609. Then this is 68 squared. Ganito siya. Then we sum this up all together. Nakita mo yung sum? You sum the two together so you can get this answer. Last but not least, take the square root and you should get this thing. So the length of the slant height for this part of the triangle is 123.42. Alright? So take note about that. 143.22. So yan. But we need to do this again. This time with the 5x squared plus 8x inches. That's millimeters pala, which is this guy. Okay? Or in short, if I remember, if I were to divide this by 2, you're supposed to get, ano yung sagot? Remember, that's supposed to be 84, diba? So, ganito yun. It's AP100 divided by 2. So, where's that AP100 that I'm talking about? Let me zoom. So, yan, it's 85.04 divided by 2, which will give you 42.52. So, if I were to zoom it in, yes. So, that's exactly what happens, alright? It's 42.52. Then, we play the Pythagorean theorem rule. We square both numbers, and we should get something like this, diba? When we squared both of the numbers. Okay? And then, after that, we sum both of these figures together. It pertains to the summation of both. Then we get this answer. 6,431. Last but not least, ang ginawa namin ay square root namin. We take the square root of that number and we should get 80.19 or 80.2 if I were to round it off. So therefore, that's the slant height of the front to the back. Now for what we did next was this. Now we need to get the 5 more faces. Remember, there are 4 more faces, right? We already got one, which is the base, which is this guy. Now we need to get the others. So we need to get 2 triangles that are congruent. So, ganito siya. This is one of them. AB99 times AM114. So, this is the product that I use. The 206, which is the base of this triangle, times the slant height of the second triangle, which is from this point to that point. Then divide by 2. Yes, the 80.199. With that, you should get the answer of 8,260. Then we do the same thing again for the third one. Okay? For the fourth one, it's this one naman. The base is 85.04. And then the slant height is the 123. So, ganito yung ginawa ko. Yes. We did the product of the two. And then with the product, we divide that by 2. So that you can get an answer like this. Then last but not least, we summed everything up. Ganito kasi yung nangyari. I summed everything up. Diba you saw the cells? Type sum. And then click the cells that you want to highlight. And then, this is supposed to be the answer that you're supposed to be getting. 44,535.13522 square inches. Let me write it down for you. So, yan. So, that's supposed to be the answer that we're looking for. 44,535.13522. That is for square inches. Now, to convert that to square feet, remember the formula that I taught you? We know that remember the formula that goes like this, right? 12 inches makes 1 feet. But, because it's squared, we're gonna have to divide it by 144. Okay? So, therefore, 1 square feet is equivalent to 144 inches. Yes. 154. And then we got the area of 44,535. So, our answer, divide by 144. Tama ba? Yes. So, it's this answer na yung naka-highlight. Then, divide by 144. So, that we can get this answer of 309.2717724. That is the answer in square feet. Now, the next thing is, we need to convert that to square centimeters. Alright? To convert that to square centimeters, first, we get this one. And remember the conversion, right? 1 inch is 2.54. But squaring it will give you 6.4516. Yes. Alright? So, ganito yung ginawa ko. Therefore, what I did was, A102, the answer here, times 2.54 times 2.54. And we should get this answer. Right? That is converting it to square centimeters. Then, the last one is converting it to square meters. To convert your answer to square meters, you're going to have to move the decimal point. How many places to the left? Yes. Remember, 1 meter is 100 centimeters. So, if it's squared, you're going to have to move the decimal point 4 places. Because 10 squared, 100 squared is 10,000. So, therefore, moving the decimal point 4 places to the left, it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, tama. It's 28.732. That is the answer. Alright? Great. Now, let's do volume. So, for the volume, you remember the volume is base times height. That means area of the base times the height. So, ganito yung volume namin. So, for the formula for the volume, ganito siya. Here's my formula and solution sheet. Wait first. Okay. So, ang ginawa ko ay the product of 68. Remember, 68, that is the height. From the top or the pinnacle to the base of the rectangle of the pyramid. Not to the entire figure itself. Alright? And then we do the product of 2. The product of AB99 to AB100. Which is, where is it na? This guy. So we're gonna multiply that by 2. Multiply those as well. And then, 1/3. That means divide by 3. With that, what answer did we get? Very good. We should get 397,080 square cubic inches. Then the next thing we need to do is to convert that to cubic yards. So to convert that to cubic yards, it's going to be your answer divided by 46,656. And you remember this answer here, that has to be 36 cubed. So therefore, it's going to be your answer that you see here. Remember, we're going to convert that to big, so we're going to have to divide. So divide by 46,656, which is 36 cubed. So that you can get 8.510. That is the answer in cubic feet. Then, we're going to have to convert that to cubic centimeters. So with your answer here, you know 1 inch is 2.54. So the 2.54 is cubed. So therefore, you're going to do it this way. Times 2.54 cubed, and you should get 650, what? 6,506,977.121 cubic centimeters. So that is the volume. Okay? Then, to convert that to liquefied units, madali lang yan. Para patuloy na, just, remember this is milliliters, right? Just leave it like that. Then, to convert that to centiliters, move the decimal point 1 place to the left. And then for liters, move the decimal point in centiliters 2 places to the left, or 1 place to the, or 3 places if you're in milliliters. So, yun po yung sagot namin. So, to write it down, ito yung sagot. And that's it. Those are the answers. Alright? Did we get them right? Yup, it should be those answers. See them in comparison as you take a screenshot, alright?